Party people, what's good? Listen, I don't want to take a lot of time, and I know I always say that, but I want to encourage you to start with one. Start with one. I think so many times we get caught up with our goals. And what I mean by that is we say, I have a goal to make $100,000. I have a goal to make, seven figures, to be $1 million earner. I have a goal to get a silver plaque and a gold plaque. But we forget that it's like you have to go one at a time. And you cannot fall into this prison and this trap of comparison, where you've heard me say this so many times. Stop using somebody else's finish line to determine how you start your race. You got to run your race at the pace that's been set for you to run your race. And so whether it's in business, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're creative and you're making YouTube videos like myself, whether you're a thought leader or a leader in a for-profit or a non-profit space, you know what I'm saying? Everything starts with one. The biggest businesses all started with one idea. And then that one idea translated into one customer. And that one customer translated into $1. So yes, I have the desire and I can conceptualize, I'm going to be a multimillionaire one day. But never downplay. The Bible simply says, don't despise small beginnings. So don't downplay the one viewer. And if you can ever learn how, one of the things I love about myself is that I don't have a problem speaking to thousands, because I've learned how to maximize speaking to one. I've learned how to look in the camera and be able to show up as my best self and be authentic when there's nobody else looking. So a lot of times I keep trying to tell people and encourage them, if you want to be, you cannot be confident on camera without being on camera. If you struggle with confidence on camera, you have to be on camera. Whether you're practicing or whether you're publishing, you got to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So one of the best things I do, literally, there's a lot of videos I record. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are used to seeing me show up, but there are a lot of things that I record just for the sake of practicing. Because I never want to forget what it feels like just for it to be me in the room. I'm excited that I've gotten to a place where my videos get thousands of views. Am I getting the hundreds of thousands and millions of views that I know I'm going to get at some point? No, but what I've learned to do is perfect getting that one view, and that first view is me. So I don't have a problem with what I see when I look in the mirror. I don't have a problem with what I see. Matter of fact, I'm not concerned with the flip out screen. Somebody, you need to take that and run with it. I'm not concerned with what it looks like. I'm just showing up. I've perfected being able to look in the lens and I can ignore what it looks like. That's important before you start. I want to make sure the settings are right. But yeah, once I've said it, I forget it. You remember the old commercials? You remember the old TV guy commercials? Set it and forget it. I'm concerned with making eye contact with you. I can't see. That's why I don't do teleprompters. That's why I don't want to read through scripts, because I want to be authentically me. Now I can do it. I can read and you would never know I was reading anything. But I don't own one. I'm thinking about getting one because maybe it'll help me cut down, you know what I'm saying, on some of this long talking that some of y'all say y'all have a problem with. But even with that, I'm just going to do what I do. I'm going to show up. Nobody else. I am the niche. You know what I'm saying? I heard Erin on Demand. I love Erin on Demand. Shout out to her content. You should see that in the info card, probably here. I love her content. And as a matter of fact, it's March. It's Women's History Month. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say something that's probably not popular, and I've been saying it for the past month, the past couple of weeks, but it's so much easier. And I hope this is not offensive to anybody, but I really hope it's encouraging. It's so much easier for women to grow on social media and to create content. It's so much easier because women have this way of rallying behind one another. I don't get it. Men, we don't do that, but that's neither here or there. So shout out to Erin. Shout out to all the female creators that are doing their thing. But she really, you know what I'm saying, embodies that. She really embodies, you know what I'm saying, the concepts and those things that I'm talking about. And the thing is, it's like, I want to be great. And we're all going to be great. But in order to be great, I got to start with good. And there's nothing wrong with being good at this point. As a matter of fact, there's a book on my desk. It's called Good to Great. How to Go from Good to Great in God's Eyes. The author is Chip Ingram. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, this is specific, you know, to what it says about being a good Christian, but a lot of those things are just applicable in life. And so you just got to be able to show up. You just got to be able to show up and get used to being okay with what you see. Never forget what it feels like to just be in the room by yourself. And so now when I get on stage, whether it's a physical stage or a virtual stage, whether there's one person in the room or whether there are thousands in the room, I have the same perspective. I know y'all get tired of hearing me say it, but yo, stop posting videos and checking it doesn't matter. Views will take care of themselves. If you're getting on social media, if you're creating content for views, you're messing up. You're messing up. If your content does not remind you of the convictions you have as it relates to your why, you're not doing it right. Why are you doing it? It has to point back to the why. And the problem is a lot of people are quitting. A lot of people are getting burned out because they didn't make sure that their business goals and their content strategy was realistic to reflect what their why is. Because the only thing that keeps me going is my why. What's my why? My why, my internal why is I'm the niche. And this is what Erin was talking about. She was saying, don't niche down, layer it. One of the things that you guys are seeing, that you're seeing in 2024, you're seeing all the layers. YouTube in itself is layers. YouTube in itself is layers. Think about it. You got long form content. You got your regular videos. You got shorts, which is your bite-sized quick content. You got live streams. You got your community posts. You can have memberships. There's so much you can, YouTube itself, and they're telling you, like, set your content up in playlist and all these different, like they're trying to show you the game, but there are layers to you. There are levels to you. And so everybody's used to seeing me, you know, if you go back in the early part of my stages, I started off like with this whole vlogging type of thing. I'm gonna start to re-release some of that content. There was some terrible videos, but I showed up. I looked crazy, didn't have a haircut just like now, but I showed up. Picture background is super overexposed because I got crazy stuff going on. Like, as a matter of fact, it's weird because you can tell right here that this shade, and I mean, it literally is in my apartment, this shade is different than the other shades. So it doesn't block out sunlight as well. And it just happens to be on my video. Guess what? I don't care. Can I go buy blackout curtains and do it? But I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to show up. Don't be perfect. Be present. You got to stop getting trapped in this. Number one, we're comparing ourselves. We're using other people's finish lines to determine how we start our race. But then on the other side of that, we get caught up with perfection. I get it. I'm a perfectionist, but I've learned how to disregard perfection and just be present. And there's a pleasure in just being present. For all of my people that are single, let me bring it down to your level so you can understand. You've been looking for the last 5 years for perfection. You still single, lonely by yourself. Now you out here craving, man, it's just good to be in somebody's presence. Now, I'm not saying just settle for that. We understand there are things that come along with that, but hey, it's just nice to be in somebody's presence that feels me, that can see me breathing, that understands what it is that I have going on. So this is why I try to show up the way I do for you all, because I want you to know it all started with one idea. It all started with one view. It all started with one subscriber. It started with one video. The over 250, I don't know how many it is, videos that I have now. It all had to start with one video. We're pressing towards 5,000 subscribers. It all had to start with one. I think I'm pressing towards 400,000 views. It all had to start with one. Yeah, I can't wait till I get to 1 million. Yeah, I can't wait till I get a silver plaque. I'm gonna love the day when I get a gold plaque. But guess what? I'm not going to act any differently when I get the gold plaque, the silver plaque, than how I do right now. And that's the problem. You're waiting to put your best foot forward when you get to the finish line. No, I need to see the best version of you now. And if you start out with the best version of you now, if that's what your standard is for yourself, then oh my God, where are you gonna be at when it's all over? So if I learn to show up as the best version of myself, and that doesn't necessarily mean having the best camera, the best lights, the best microphone. I keep trying to reiterate that. Just show up and make sure you bring both sides of your stories. Make sure you bring the mountaintop and the valley, the good days and the bad day. Hey, I'm the John the Baptist of content creation. Make sure you bring the locust and the honey. Bring both of them. I gotta eat both. I gotta consume both because both of them are part of my story. So I gotta bring my strengths and I gotta bring my weaknesses to the table. That's what authenticity is. Authenticity is not showing you a Photoshop version of my life that I desire for myself. It's showing you all of these layers that it's like, man, it's jacked up. Man, I messed that layer up. Let me add a new one. Oh man, we messed that layer up. Let me add a new one. We messed that layer up. Let me add a new one. That's what makes you authentic. Hitting this microphone, and I'm not going to edit out and post. That's what makes me authentic. It is what it is. I don't care. I've learned to overlook those things. So I need you to ignore the flip out screen. Pay attention. Learn to look in the lens. Learn to change your perspective on how you see yourself. And imagine yourself sitting on the other side of the lens and somebody is watching you. Somebody is on their phone right now watching you and listening to you talk. Somebody is sitting in their home listening to you, watching you on TV. Somebody is sitting in front of their laptop, their iPad, listening to you talk. What are you going to say? How are you going to help them? How are you going to pull them out? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? I want to know what's going to happen. Let that be your why. I am the niche. There is only one me. I could never possibly fit into some category on YouTube. No, you got to fit in my category. I run YouTube. I own YouTube. It's MeTube. This is my platform. And I get it. I know somebody gonna be like, boy, he tripping. But no, that's the mentality you got to have. I'm not trying to fit in somebody else's box. You got to fit in my box. You got to come see me, bro. I'm good. I don't need that. But you got to come see me. And I'm going to show you the layers to this onion. And there's going to be so much flavor. It's going to take, everything tastes better with onions. I'm trying to tell you, this flavor profile is crazy. People that don't cook with onions, I'll be like, and there's a difference between onions and onion powder. Like onion powder is good, but like there's a difference between cooking with real garlic and garlic powder, garlic salt. Like y'all start using real vegetables and herbs. Like, come on, bro. But like, no, you are the niche. Like you're the niche, the niche, tomato, potato, whatever you want to call it. So here's how I say it. Niche is the noun, niche is the verb. It's the action. That's how I say it. But regardless, it all starts with one. The version that you see. I mean, honestly, this What's Good Party people, that's not a front. Like, y'all go back and look at my earlier content. This is not a quote unquote new version of me. It's gone up. It's just gotten better and better and better and more refined. That's the only thing. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? So like, I keep preaching this. Yesterday, I talked about authenticity and I wasn't even supposed to make a video today. This is not even on schedule for me. And I wanted to do this. I probably could have went live. Maybe I still will at some point today. Probably not. No, I do need to go live because I got to satisfy my live requirement for the week because I have my webinar Monday and I haven't gone live. So maybe I'll do something for lunch. We'll see. But like, I keep screaming it from the mountaintop. Start with one. It all starts with one. One. Stop focusing on, I can't. I see so many people that comment, I can't wait to I got 500 subs. Oh my God, 10,000 seems like so far away. Stop thinking about it. Because what are you creating for? God put me on this earth to do 3 specific things. He put me here to create, he put me here to inspire, and he put me here to solve. I'm a creative and a creator. I'm a product of the creator, but I'm still a creator in my own right, and I'm a creative. Inspire. Couple that with influence. Are you not inspired? Are you not entertained? Are you not motivated? Are you not convicted? I'm a problem solver. I don't just talk about it. I can solve the problem. Book a one-on-one session. Let's talk about it. Ask other people. Go through my comments. See how many problems I've solved for people. That's not me being braggadocious. That's just being quite honest. And he put me here to do all of that. Why? So I can help you find the audience that has been assigned to your voice. Because you have an audience. And there is a group of people. You're trying to reach the world, but there's a group of people that's been assigned to hear you. That's why I came up with the quick start guide called the content whistle. Because if there was a dog outside and I blew a dog whistle, only the dog can hear it. The owner can be walking the dog and the dog is gonna go berserk because it's like, oh my God, I hear the whistle. Where is it? I gotta come running. Your content should make your audience do the same thing. That when you speak, the world reverberates. Something shakes, something happens. That's what should happen when you open your mouth. So that's why I want to help you find the audience that has been assigned to your voice so you can build your brand the right way, so you can grow your business beyond your wildest imagination and your dreams. And most importantly, create community around the things that you not just are most passionate about, but the things that you are purposed to do in this earth. But all of that starts with one. So my prayer, my desire is not so much for you to give me the end goal. It's to give me the strength and the desire to maintain and sustain on this journey from the 1 to the 1 million. Oh, because we're going to get to 1 million. And I'm going to go back and replay this video when we get there, so screenshot it. Let it be known. 1. There's only one you. There's only one me. It all starts with 1. I love y'all. I'll catch you in one of the videos that you see playing on your screen right now. This has been another Uncut. Y'all be easy.